Okay. Good evening, everyone, whoever joined and whoever not. So today I will start a new habit to have a random DevStream sometimes, mainly because I think it would be better one part for the channel and second part for the development as well. So, what will be for today? So, I need to work on the pickup item physics, maybe my typing skills as well, and also I'm still not entirely satisfied with how the ship is controlled. I don't know, we will see it. First, let's switch to Unity. So, the already known scene. A beautiful ship underwater. Yesterday evening, I was refining the ship controls in a way. Maybe it's a little bit more controllable, but still a ton of crap. How I changed the setup is, if you're looking into the ship, we have a couple of components here. And excuse me, I have a class for the two-thruster type of engine, because originally I was planning for having multiple setups, which might be happening in the future, I'm not sure. We will decide on that. But anyway, this script originally didn't have any configurations, but after yesterday I have decided that, let me just open Rider. I have decided that there are two parameters which controls how each thruster is behaving on a lateral movement, and one of the parameters is what is the angle each of the thrusters will have when, as an example, if I'm trying to move to left, the right thruster needs to have a certain direction in order to push the ship towards the left side, and in the meantime the left thruster is staying at 90 degrees, so basically pointing down. But also because I really want to push the ship towards the side and not upside, which is not entirely the case right now. As I mentioned, I'm still unsatisfied with the solution. So it seems that if I lower the ratio of the actual thruster, I might be able to have a certain configuration where the ship is not pushed to the top, but rather pushed to the side. But I'm still working on that. That's one of the points I want to take care of at some point. And still, what if we, yeah. So the main problem problem is if we are looking closer, ship itself is trying to behave exactly as it should. Maybe I cannot solve it this way. The point is that if I am so if this is the ship, this is the center of mass. This is one of the thrusters, which is currently pointing to somewhere this way, and the left thruster is pointing to down. So if I want this to rotate to somewhere, actually not to rotate but to shift position, I would need to create a force so what I want is vector on this side. If I am applying force on the left, this will push the ship towards the top, which is not okay. So let's just remove that. If I apply a force from here, this will act. Oh, bloody hell. Exactly. So this point is acting not the way I want. Maybe I need to apply the force. Huh. Do I know what is the position of the center of mass? That would be interesting. Close this down, please. Oh, and give me back my music. Thank you very much. Nobody is watching. It doesn't matter. So, let's continue. I'm interested in the thruster. Yep, let's go to the thruster. Oh. Yeah, you will see it, okay. For whatever reason, I wasn't seeing the live. Anyway. Yep. At forced position. Cool. Let's check what we have. Center of mass relative to the transform's origin. The only question is whether this is a local space or world space. We need to log this. Center of mass. And I also will need the thruster's position. The idea is that I will use the idea is to use the position where is my drawing? So the idea is to use the Y position. How can I draw here? So the idea is to use the Y. Oh, bloody hell. Give me some nice color, please. So to use the Y, it doesn't want to do that. The Y position from here, from the center of mass, and the X position from the thrusters position. Because that way I can create a point with which I might be able to create the necessary force vector without rotating the whole ship. Maybe that can be the solution. The only problem is that I'm not aware of what are the exact coordinates. And I did a little bit of a problem, but anyway. My first debug message is the center of mass. The second is the thruster itself. Huh. I need a documentation. She's in its rigid body. Oh, and actually I wanted to record the session. As a double. Let's kill the preview. So the center of mass is relative to the transform's position and rotation, but will not reflect the transform scale. Don't set the center of mass from script, it will be calculated automatically from colliders attached to the rigid body. After a custom center of mass set, it will no longer be recomputed automatically on modifications such as... this is actually useful. This is actually useful. Ah. What if I'm not doing all the hassle? Just move the center of mass. That would even help a lot of things. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Maybe this is the solution for all my problems. Let's check. We have this bad boy. Do I want to do it here? No. I want to... Which one of you is dealing with the rigid body? None of you. Okay. Well. Let's do it here. Rigid body, RB or rigid body, doesn't matter. Rigid body equals get component rigid body, and I want to set the position. Hello, my love. So, sorry for the break. Let's go back. So I want to have the rigid body from the ship and adjust the position of the center of mass. So first I will need the position. For that I will need the Y position of the engines. These must be on the same Y value, it's on the same height. So initially the ship will be in a vertical position, in a normal position, let's say. So let's figure out the Y position of both engines. So let's have a local variable here, float Y pos equal left engine dot position. Instead, what is the left engine? Oh bloody hell. Oh shoot. So we have the I vehicle engine 2D, which is an interface. The interface doesn't really tell us the coordinates. Do we have an interface for the... Do we have an interface for the mono behaviors? Our game object. Not really. It seems. But it's easy. Let's add a public vector3 get engine coordinates. Okay, and we have our implementation for this, and let's just implement the missing methods. So basically just return the game object dot transform dot position maybe. I have a suspicion that we will need the local position, not the workspace position. We will see. Okay, so float y pos equals, I don't know, left engine seems to be more friendly. Get engine coordinates dot y and float x was equals game object dot position. So no, actually transform dot position dot x. So let's set the ship rigid body dot center of mass. It needs a vector 3. So instead of that, let's do this vector 3 center of mass equals new vector 3 transform dot position dot x y pos and transform dot position transform dot position dot z, as Canadians would pronounce it. And yeah, you are right. No, I definitely don't want to do that. But this instead. Okay. Don't like to use the war. So vector 3 position. This is transform dot position. And basically I just want to set the ship rigid body dot center of mass to this new vector. Well, let's try this out. Bloody hell. And now I need some push. Maybe this is too much. Yep, it's too much. Lower it. Just need a teeny tiny bit. Hell. Yeah, this is the one I was looking for. Great. And just a little bit more. I need a bit more. Like that. Yeah. This is looking great. Huh. Just a tiny bit more for the another engine. Yeah, this looking great. Okay. So this profile I want to save. This is the backup. Yeah, okay. So actually this is more like what we want. Not entirely, but this is looking like something we want. So I think we are on the right track with this new idea of moving the center of mass. Seems to be working much more perfectly than I was anticipating it. Okay. I believe we can also play with the amount of drag. Just to make things more interesting. Yeah. Okay, it's hard enough, but we also don't need to wait too much. And okay. It seems to be working. So let me just adjust my notes. We have progress on this. Okay. Now we want to work a little bit on the pickup items. So actually, let's have this somewhere where I can pick it up. After a quick break. Okay, I'm back. So, I want this itty bitty generator to be a pickup item. So for that I will need at least do we have a main shape here? This is a skinned mesh renderer. Maybe a mesh collider? Nope. I am not that lucky. Generator, main, body. This could work. But I suspect this won't be enough. Anyway, I need a pickup item script. And I will need a mesh collider. Let's put the generator main mesh here. And since this is a high poly one, let's stick with the convex, which pretty much covers the whole object. Okay. These parameters here doesn't really do much right now, so we can leave them on 0. Doesn't really matter. Let's try to land on this bitch. Won't be that easy. Oh, shoot. What the... Hey, this is actually working. I solved the physics problem. This is a very, very lucky accident. We will need a way to descend. It's a much more higher pace. Okay. This was fun. Controls definitely need to be changed at some point, but for now... I need a rigid body on that. Generator, rigid body. Here comes the problem. Okay, so if we have multiple rigid bodies, then we have a problem. Okay. So physics is not right at all. Fun fact. Seems I will need a script which changes every rigid body. I want you to rotate around the z-axis. And also to freeze your z-axis position. The kinematic is my enemy. Doesn't matter what we do. Okay. How can we disable the rigid body component? I'm not sure if it has any enabled or something like that, sorry. Was my hand against the mic stand. So I don't want the rigid body to affect. I think we can cheat. I think we can cheat. Problem I'm having is that if I add the rigid body to the generator, then the rigid body is affecting the mechanics of this ship, which is trying to move it. I don't want that. This kinematic is not working because that freezes the whole thing, so I cannot move it. And it causes funny glitches like this. If I re-enable the generators, rigid body, then the problem is gone. However, the body itself is not attached to the ship. Fun fact, it is attached to the ship. So, we don't want this. What we want, when this is attached, I want to remove the rigid body. Yep, like this. And after that, if I'm dropping the item, it can have again the rigid body. Holy crap. That collision was hard. Okay. But first, let's do a couple of adjustments here. Because I am getting tired of hitting everything multiple times. So let's just create the right colliders for the map. Like this. And we need 2 more for the sides. I meant 90. Okay, and the last one. I have a feeling it didn't happen. No, it happened. Okay. Like this. Okay, so this way probably we won't fall out from the map anymore. Which is already a big help. Let's create an empty cave colliders. Reset the position. Okay. And let's have it inside the cave. Okay. Next step. What I want to have on the pickup item I cannot use the instance, I need the main thing. Okay. Where is the prefab for the generator? It seems I don't have it. Okay. Create a prefab. And inside the prefab, in the pickup item, let's have a game object original prefab, and this is a public since I want to change it to Unity. Okay. Prefabs, generator, and I want to use yourself as a prefab, and when I am picking up an item, and this is I believe in ship control. I will try to find your rigid body and pick up dot remove, detach, so we have a get component. Let's try to nullify it. Equals null. If we are letting it go, then we will destroy the pickup item. Destroy pickup, but first I want to instantiate with the pickup dot original prefab pickup point transform dot position pickup dot transform dot rotation. So this way, I'm hoping when I'm picking up an object, I will try to remove the rigid body component from it, and when I'm letting go of the object, I will recreate the instance from the original with the same position and rotation what we exactly had at the point of letting go. Okay, let's try it out. So we want this rigid body component to go away. If I can. Let's restart. It's even more hard to control with this zero drag, almost zero drag modification. Well, I don't think. Okay. don't want to create a version without rigid body. We can add the component. How can we remove it? Maybe I'm thinking the completely wrong thing here. Okay. No, I'm probably doing the wrong thing. I do want to freeze the local position. Okay, I will need to think about this. Anyway, we actually have a we actually have a really good progress apart from this issue. Because we have a somewhat closer implementation for the lateral movement. Which is already a much better feeling. This is still not okay, in my opinion. We will still need to work on this a lot. But as a first step, I would think this is a really good step forward. So I will end the stream here today, and let's continue next time.